only very small originally, about 8 years ago. These are just little tiny plants. That's back away. Well, it's up the road a fair bit from where I live. Not that much up the road, but this goes for miles. This is a lot like what it looks like around my sister's place. Miles and miles of timber trees. All this will end up in the sawmills. Actually worked in a sawmill afternoon shift for a while there, but it's since closed down. But there are other ones not too far away. There's a heron over there. A water bird. There's a dam they used to have. They just sort of put the trees right around. There's the occasional gap through the trees, you know, obviously for trucks or equipment to drive through without fear of tyres getting punctured or anything. Not very close together, these gaps. Gives you an idea of the roads around here, you know, little single lane pieces of crap full of bloody potholes on the side. More up ahead, more on the left here. I once saw some deer coming through here. You don't often see deer around here. Not this part of the state. Other parts of the state we've got more than we know what to do with. Not my part. Not that many. Very few. Very, very few actually. Got a few scraps there. They've obviously cut out of diseased ones or whatever. Or ones that collapsed. There's one of these gaps. Goes through. This is your power line here. One wire. You probably can't even see the one wire. You know what that means? Single phase power only. I think that's what that is. No three phase. They've got sheep grazing on the outer edges of some of this. Like I said, it just goes on and on. Going about at least 35 miles an hour here. Probably more. More like about 38 miles an hour. Turn that down for a second. Somebody's house in behind that. That's the original house that's been there for years. A few of the sheds and whatever. More trees. Now, in a few areas there's actually ones with hardwood. Some of the, you know, native, locally grown hardwood that's been taken on for some of the furniture and stuff like that, your better stuff. Don't think we got much. I think we're just about out of trees here actually. That's another person's house down there. maybe some around the curve here. I don't often come up here at all, really. It's a little bit out of the way, but it's a public holiday, so I thought I'd go for a little drivey drive. Well, that road there's a shortcut back to where I've come from. Oh no, that's another one. Wrong road. They're going to whack wind turbines out the back of here, and they're really shitty about it, some of the people up the road here. It's pretty certain we got more plantations up ahead. Help for wildlife sign, see if you find injured wildlife. I think it's just up at this next corner up here is one of my first videos involved a koala just sitting on his haunches much the same way as the dog does on the side of the road, just sitting there doing nothing, and that was some of the earliest videos I ever put on YouTube. It was just up near this corner. Don't worry, you'll only have to scroll back through about 1,000 videos to see that one. It's a while ago now. Might be another mile or two up from where I am now, where I saw the koala. It's a hell of a drop down there. Big gorge. I think we might go over a bridge here, I don't know. Yeah, only a little tiny, unnoticeable one. Bit of a creek that turns into a massive gorge. Oh yeah, very common sight. Oh, windmills. Here we go, here's another plantation up ahead. I think it's only somebody's driveway or something, only a bit of a small one. It's not very wide. That's the entire width of it there, but as you can tell, it is, holy smoke, it's like half a mile long. There's the guys that don't like the wind turbines. The flipping pine tree that's come down. Flipping size of it. They had a number of them actually collapse over the road here. Out in front of their house here. They've got a few sheep yards and whatnot. It's another gorge. Unfortunately, I think we're at the end of all the plantations. Although this is pretty customary, what they've done here is just grow ones all along the... Often they do it along the outside of their property line, actually. And it's a way of slowing up the wind, so the animals don't get the wind chill in the winter. Unfortunately, if you've been watching for a while longer, I think we are actually at the end of any plantations here, but anyway, bit of a drive around the local area. Yeah, small plantation. They don't even have any fence here. They've got the sticks there for the fence. Oh yeah, fence only goes from there on. I knew there's more plantation than just that one. See what they're doing? They're trimming all the sides of them. And if we stop and have a closer look, the sides of them are all trimmed off, and what that does is it stops there being too many knots, and that's why they all look like bloody lollipops, because they're all deliberately trimmed. And that's what the guy who lives here obviously would spend most of his days doing, eliminating the knots. Interesting.